Hello and welcome back to the Gaily Digest. We have had a break for a short while because we've both been unwell, but we are back with some more in conversation, some more phobia guessing, and more time for Josh to be a moany old bitch in the complaints closet. So, without further ado, I've just realised I haven't introduced ourselves.
I'm still waiting for you to let me say my one line.
You know why? It's because we've had a few weeks off from this, and I'm a little bit out of sorts. So, I am Nigel.
All right, I'm Joshua.
So,
There you
without
go.
further ado, let's crack on with the show. Right, after that little mess up on the intro, shall we have a chat, Josh?
Go on then. At least you got through this sentence.
True. At least I haven't fucked up again so far. Hopefully that's the only one. Anyway, so what are we talking about this week? We are getting back to the nitty-gritty of crushes. So we're going to be talking about our first queer crush. So I think what we mean by this is essentially it's going to be a discussion about how when we're younger and we are identifying with ourselves. So, for example, we are learning about ourselves, we're learning about our sexuality and stuff like that. We kind of have those crushes. I mean, I think we all have crushes growing up, but we have those crushes that seem that little bit more perhaps naughty because, we're exploring ourselves, our sexualities. So, Josh, I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit because I like doing that.
Nothing new.
So, Josh, when you were growing up, when you were going through your identity stages, sort of identifying with yourself, did you have a queer crush? Did you have a crush on someone of the same sex as yourself?
I did, and can I just say, because I am a nerd, so some of them might have been anime characters.
Oh my God. Oh my God, how does that even work? Okay.
I can guarantee some people listening will understand what I mean.
Sorry, some of them. How many did you have?
Well, I can't remember what I had for breakfast, so I'm not going to remember much, but I can remember.
What did you have for breakfast?
I don't know. I have to check my phone.
Go on.
Well, the most memorable one I can think of, not the first one, but one of the most memorable was when I used to be obsessed with Saved by the Bell. You know who I'm going to say.
Oh, don't. You're going to say Zach, aren't you?
I was obsessed with him, honestly. And I was only young.
Right.
When that came out. I was obsessed.
Right. I'm going to stop you there because no word of a lie, he was mine too.
Oh, his hair, dishy. Honestly, I was obsessed.
Is that what you sort of style your hair after?
Maybe. Who knows? I'm not blonde though, but.
Are you ginger?
No, I'm a brunette.
I just want to say nothing wrong with gingers. Absolutely nothing.
I knew you was going to say that. You can never just say a sentence without apologising.
I like to be clear on that.
My most memorable. I don't even know how old I would have been. I wouldn't have been. When did it come out? 90s. I probably wasn't very old.
1988 he first started playing the role, and I know that because I've obviously been doing my research.
So I probably didn't watch it until late 90s. So I wasn't very old. But yeah, I just remember.
Do you know how old he is now?
I don't know, but he still looks good. I saw
52.
him the other day on telly.
52 now.
But yeah, I just think that obviously because we've talked about before, like Section 28 and all that stuff, there was no mention of being gay at all in school. So I didn't know what I was feeling. I just know he made me feel a certain way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've definitely. That's probably the main one. That's probably the main one that I can remember.
By the look on your face, that's really thrown you.
Yeah, because I was a child.
Oh God.
Exactly. But yeah, that's probably my most memorable one. But I think like anime ones were probably when I was a bit younger than that.
Hmm.
One of them's from Pokemon.
Why does that? Is it Ash?
No,
Is it a Pokemon?
no.
Is it
Although,
Pikachu?
although have you seen Machamp?
Pardon?
Um, no, it was a character that wasn't in it that much, but they were a part of Team Rocket, and he was called Butch. And
Hmm.
they always used to mispronounce his name and call him Biff or Buff or something like that. It used to really annoy him.
Or
But he had
bitch?
like he had really cool green hair, and he was just really cool. I don't know why. I just fancied him.
Interesting.
But I think some people do. They'll understand. There's just some anime characters that they just look dishy. Even if they're a cartoon, they can still be dishy.
I suppose you've got a point there. You've got
But
a
I
point
will
there. But
say
yeah,
though, I did have some lady crushes
did you?
growing up. Oh, I had. Oh, who was it? I'm trying to remember now. My memory's gone blank. I know my grandma.
That's
My grand.
nothing new. That is nothing new.
Oh, I remember Kate
It's like
Winslet.
newsflash. Josh's mind goes blank.
I was obsessed with Kate Winslet. I still am. I think she's gorgeous. My grandma used to buy me these little picture frames from a car boot of Paris Hilton, and I was like, "Oh, thanks." Never interested in those. But yeah, Kate Winslet, like Jennifer Aniston, people like that. I was kind of obsessed with those as well. But
Hmm.
I was definitely a gay. I just didn't realise yet.
Hmm. I think that's the thing, though, isn't it? You do sort of realise, and we've said this before when we've talked about coming out and stuff like that. When you are younger, that's what when you start to realise and you start to identify with how you are and who you are. And I think because you don't really understand it or fully know what's going through, and as we said about Section 28, we never really were able to understand it we because teaching it was not legal. It was all hidden. There was no literature, there was no education, nothing.
Plus,
So
people always said like, "Oh, have you got a girlfriend yet?" and stuff like that. So you just presume that was the
I
norm.
know,
You didn't know you could have a boyfriend, so
mm,
you
my nan
just
used to
didn't
do that,
really
but
didn't
my na-
just didn't
my nan used to
lock
do that,
onto the brain.
but she used to say, "You got a bit of stuff yet?" I beg your pardon. What? Bit
Bit
of
of
stuff?
stuff,
Or bit
what
of
the
fluff?
drugs,
Bit
bit
of
of
fluff?
fluff.
Bit of
Ugh.
fluff? Yeah, bit of fluff was the other term that was used. And it's like, no, no, not at all. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting you mentioned obviously Zachary from Saved by the Bell because he was my first. Um,
I did
I
like
mean,
Slater as well, but I just liked Zach's hair.
Which one was Slater? Was
Uh,
he
is he
was it
is he Latino? I can't remember. Was
was
he
he
Latino?
was he the sporty one that was always lifting weights, dark
Yeah,
hair?
he was the only wasn't he the only black male cast member? It's quite a big deal of the
I don't
whole
know,
show because you had the
possibly.
yeah, I think he was. But yeah, he was
Hmm.
dishy as well. He was I think he was more portrayed as the dishy one.
Hmm.
Zach was just portrayed as the cool one, like laid back. But yeah, they were both
See,
dishy. But I liked the blonde hair because I
see,
did
given
used
your
to have blonde hair growing up, and then it turned
hmm,
brown.
given your nerdiness, I would have thought you'd have gone for Screech.
Now he no, isn't he dead now?
He is, yes.
He was
Rest in
quite
peace.
controversial, and his career didn't go the same as everybody else, and he did release loads of sex tapes and stuff. So he's quite.
Didn't he also go to prison for like
That's
stabbing
what.
someone or something like that?
That's why I said he was quite
Hmm.
controversial. So no,
Well,
no,
yeah.
I didn't have any form of a crush on him. You might
But
have.
yeah,
I didn't.
no, I didn't. I didn't. I
Projecting.
didn't. Didn't at all. Didn't at all.
Did you have any other
Um,
crushes? You might have to describe them to me though, because they might be before my time. Any Doctor Who ones? I bet there is.
No, no, not
There's
at
not
all.
one person in Doctor Who that you've ever had a crush on. That's a
No,
lie.
no. Is
That
there?
is a lie. There's gonna be. There's been some hot doctors and some hot. What about that guy, the Scottish
I'm
guy?
sure.
He was all right
David
looking.
Tennant. David
No, not
Tennant.
him. No,
Peter
the
Capaldi, the older
companion.
one.
No, the companion.
Oh,
Was he
Jamie,
Scottish? Was he?
Jamie McCrimmon, the one in the kilt.
See, well, yeah, because he's Scottish. God, I just remembered someone that you couldn't.
Well, no, when you said Scottish one, I thought you were talking about the actor, because obviously you've got Peter Capaldi, who was the
Well, he
Scottish
was an actor,
actor that
wasn't
was
he?
Doctor, and but he wasn't Scottish. He portrayed Scottish.
Well, I said he played a Scottish character.
You said the Scottish one,
Near enough.
but yeah, no, he was all right. I'm trying to think who else. Um,
What about the
yeah, you see,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Which one do you fancy the most?
it was always Leonardo for me.
I knew it was going to. See, told you. There's always an animated character.
But then Shredder. He was all muscly, wasn't he, and sort of
Was he? What was
manly, and
he?
he was the villain, wasn't he, in the
Yeah, I know
Turtles?
that, but was he a human or what was he?
Yeah, he was a human.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a
okay, I don't.
human
I got him confused with the rat. I was like,
with the
God,
rat.
Nigel's.
No,
I thought he was
no,
into like some rat man.
Rat Man. No, he that was Splinter, wasn't it? That was Splinter in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Um, okay, so do you? I mean, obviously talking about your first queer crushes, do you think that having those kinds of crushes was is something that could be seen as kind of healthy, sort of in helping you to identify with where you're going in your life with your sexuality? Because that's
Well,
that's
yeah, I
obviously
think
why we're
it's normal. It is normal, isn't it? And this just shows, even though I wasn't taught about what being gay was or that you could even be gay, I just didn't know about it. I still had those feelings.
mm,
So that just goes to show that you can't be taught it because I was already kind of feeling those feelings when I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't even know about being gay, but I still
mm.
had those feelings.
I think
So that
you
just
make you
shows that
make a
it's
good
in you.
point there. You make a good point there about can't be taught it, and you're right because when you look back at Section 28, when um, teaching it, any education, anything that kind of would be seen as propaganda that would be encouraging or anything like that, when that wasn't around and we were just having these feelings and learning about ourselves, that kind of just goes to show that, as you say, you're right. It's not something you can be taught. It's something you are. It's something you feel. It's who you are. It's part of your identity. And no amount of kind of education is going to take that away from you. And like we've said with when we've talked about conversion therapy previously, you know, there's all these barbaric practices out there that should be banned. And I think we're still waiting for the full ban to go through. But it just goes to show that even if that kind of even with those kind of barbaric practices, you can't stop someone from being who they are because that's how they feel. That's what they go through, what they experience. That's life for them.
It's not a habit,
Um,
is it? It's not like
no,
it's not like a habit that you can just change.
no, exactly, and that's
But I
why.
think we've all had these crushes growing up.
Mm,
Um, and I just think, like I said, everything I saw growing up was all about a man and a woman. It was always
mm,
about a man and a woman. Grandparents always said, "You got a girlfriend yet?" Oh, I bet he gets all the ladies. Those kind of comments.
mm,
Even all of that going into my brain, I still had these little same-sex attractions to TV show characters and actors and things. So that
mm.
just shows that's just how your brain is. It's how your brain
Yeah.
works.
Now, obviously, we've talked about sort of our first celebrity crushes. Now, let's flip this around a little bit and let's just have a little bit of a fun, little bit of a game, right?
Okay.
Now, if you were to have a celebrity crush,
Hmm.
a current celebrity crush that,
I already know the name straight away.
and I've got a feeling I know the name as well, but a celebrity crush that mutually agreed you could stray with for one night.
Yeah, done.
Mutually agreed you could stray with for one night. It's absolutely allowed, and the same vice versa. Who would it be?
Do you think you can guess it? I bet you can't.
I'm gonna go PP.
Oh, you have. You've got it. It is Pedro Pascal.
And why?
Have you seen him?
Yes, but why?
Oh,
But this thing about
well,
attraction is attraction is
it's not
attraction is
just his
subjective.
looks. It's
Mm,
not just his looks, but I do think he's very good looking.
mm,
It's just his personality. Like, he's a huge ally.
mm,
He's got a trans sibling that he's really vocal about protecting trans rights. He's very comfortable. Like, he will just wear things that you would probably say are quite flamboyant. He will give men hugs and kisses and things and put his arms around them. He doesn't. He just he's just comfortable in who he is. You can just sense that comfortability in himself and the
mm.
confidence. But I just think he's so dishy. And he's like the Mandalorian and he's Joel from The Last of Us. So that's two of my favourite things. So I could even get him to wear the outfits from them shows. So
Ginky.
yeah, I'm sold straight away. And the fact that you knew.
You know why? It's because we recently rewatched an episode of Buffy that he was in, and you were
Straight
just
away. I was
you were
like,
you were drooling over him.
straight away, I went, Pedro.
It's the way you did it with you made a comment about how just as good looking he was when he was younger
He's just
as well.
dishy. I just think he's really attractive.
Uh,
Who would yours be? I can't guess yours because you don't really mention them.
who would mine be? Who would mine be? See, I've given this some thought as well,
Oh, he's been really
and
thinking about this. I didn't
because
know
I
you were
was
going to ask that question, and I just knew straight away. Before you even finished the sentence, I was like, yep, I know.
mine would be. Any guesses at all? Any guesses before I say?
I feel like yours is going to be a bit generic, like Tom Daly or something.
No.
No, okay. Who then?
Tom Holland,
Well, I was
Spider-Man.
close. Oh, I bet you'd
I've
like him to
guessed.
web you. Have you seen that new trailer where he's all webbed from the waist down? That's a wet dream
Yeah.
and a half.
Mm. And topless from the top. I just realised how that sounded. Of course, he's going to be topless from the top.
But yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Did you know?
we've both picked males that aren't your general look, I feel.
Mm.
You
I
know
mean,
how a
yes,
lot of celebrities are like,
he's good looking, and he's definitely had a bit of. I think he's had a bit of a glow up from how he used to look.
he
But
barely ages though.
he is also he's also quite a generally nice person. Like how he comes across in TV interviews and things like that. He
Mm.
comes across genuinely nice, and he's very, very supportive of different communities. He's not discriminatory. He doesn't hold any hateful views, and so there's the personality element as well as the looks there. I think.
Although you
Uh,
would have to get permission from Zendaya because they're getting married.
yeah.
So,
So I'll just borrow his web machine and just.
what do you mean? But yeah, I think they're both like, you know how some celebrities they all kind of look the same.
Mm.
I think our choices, they're two particular facial people that they're really unique. There's nobody else that looks like them. Stop giggling at the word facial, Nigel. Facial features.
You just said facial.
But they have like facial features that are quite like they don't match anybody else kind of. They're really individual.
Unique. Mm.
Yeah, they don't
Very
look like,
unique.
you don't mix them up with other people.
Mm.
But yeah,
So,
I
dear
do think.
listeners, if you were to have a celebrity crush and you had a first crush, who are they? Who would they be? I think that's what we need to know from our listeners,
And whose
don't we?
choice was better?
Yeah, whose choice was better? I've got a feeling they're going to go for yours. In all honesty, I have got a feeling they're going to go for yours.
Mine is
But
definitely a good choice. I have good taste.
but yeah, let us know in the comments on our socials and on our posts when you get the chance. It's now time for Josh to be a moany old bitch. It's not the complaints closet.
That's why I was. You're definitely messing up today, Nigel. You just said to me, right, have you got your phobias ready? I went, yep, and then you just jumped straight to the complaints closet, and I'm sat here like, well, I'm not prepared for this at all.
Oh God, I'm really. You know what? This episode is a
A
mess at the
mess.
moment.
It's a disaster.
But hopefully, people are going to be listening to this thinking either are they prepared for this,
Or
or
Nigel's
this is
pissed.
this is quite funny. Anyway, so no, it's actually guess the phobias. So there must be a phobia for cocking up or making mistakes. Anyway,
Oh, dear.
so this week you are doing phobias beginning with a U, and I'm doing phobias beginning with a V. So, what's your first one?
Now, this was difficult because there's not that many that I can find, especially ones I can pronounce that begin with a U. So the first one is Europhobia. Europhobia.
Not that I'm a phobia now.
No, URO phobia. Europhobia.
Uh, fear of urology. Fear of urine.
No. Yes,
Hmm.
basically, it's a fear of public urinations. I think it means if you struggle to go for pee in public.
Oh, oh, okay.
Most of them are going to sound like urine, to be honest, because there's not much letters you can put after a U.
Okay, okay. Um, well, here's my first one. Verbophobia.
A fear of verbs.
You're not far off, you know.
That'll do. That's a win. It's the closest I've ever got to getting one right.
Fear of words.
How'd you even get that, honestly?
I know, I know. You couldn't read a book, could you? You couldn't read
You
a
can
book. You couldn't read a
couldn't
magazine.
you couldn't listen to the radio because that's still words.
Yeah, spoken words. Couldn't even
Yeah.
listen to an audio book.
Or
Anyway,
this
what's your
pod.
next one?
The next one, right. Uranophobia. Uranophobia.
uh, fear of Uran.
No. Fear of your nan? No. It's a fear of the afterlife.
Oh,
Why would you be scared of the afterlife if it was even real? Why would you be scared of it?
hmm. And
Surely if you believed in it, you want it.
yeah, this next one of mine. Oh, I could not imagine having this fear. Vestiphobia.
The fear of vests.
Fucking hell. Again, you're not far off it.
Yay, I want to win.
It's a fear of clothing.
Why is it specifically targeting vests?
I don't know. I don't know.
So if you've got that, you're a nudist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dear
Go on.
Lord. Right, I've only got one more now because
That's all right. I'm only going to do one more.
these are very difficult to pronounce. Right. Unguiphobia.
What?
I think it's unguiphobia. Ungui phobia. Unguiphobia.
Um,
I'm probably pronouncing it completely wrong, but there you go.
Absolutely no idea.
So you've lost completely on this week. I've won. It's a it's a fear of fingernails.
Ugh.
Whether that
What,
means
ones that have been cut off or
I
ones
feel
that have
like
been
you'd have more
trimmed?
of a phobia of that than your own fingernails because that's quite awkward. You'd have to wear gloves all the
Mm,
time.
yeah. Okay.
But let's see if I can
Um,
get the last one.
well, I've got an option of two for the last one, and there's one I'm certainly not doing because you will get that. So I'm going to
Ugh.
do the other one. So, Venus trophobia.
Venus tроphobia. See, I want to say
Hmm.
it's a fear of carnivorous plants.
No.
Or it's not a fear of Venus because you're nowhere near it.
Hmm.
Venusophobia.
Venus trophobia.
See, that just sounds like Venus flytraps. That's just a trick.
Yes.
Is that right?
No.
Oh. Why say yes then? What is it? I don't know.
It's a fear of beautiful women.
What?
Mm,
I used to say women are from Venus or whatever,
exactly. Men are from
which
Mars, women are from Venus. Isn't
which
that
makes
isn't that what it's
which
supposed to be?
again it makes no sense.
Well, it kind of makes sense if you think of that phrase or that saying.
No, I meant coming from Venus and Mars makes no sense.
Oh yeah, true. Well, that's it for the phobias this week. So let's move on to the next bit, and let's hopefully we'll get it right. Well, hopefully I'll get it right. It's now really the time for Josh to be a moany old bitch because it actually is now the complaints closet. It's not the phobias because we've just done that.
It's a disaster. You
Oh,
c- you can go first this time though because you've thrown me off key and now I don't know what I'm doing. All my notes are all wrong.
oh, you're going to let me go first with the moaning, are you?
Yeah, because I've got a long list because it's been I've been ill, haven't I? I've had a right list.
Well, I've been ill as well.
Yeah, but I've been more ill, so
Okay, if you say so. Right, so my complaint this week is going to be about AI. And I'm not talking about AI videos that are doing the rounds where people believe them, because I've already moaned about that, but more generalization around AI. Now, be AI can be good for things, but it can also be really bad. And unfortunately, there is so much AI stuff out there now that people will believe absolutely anything. I think AI has got to a stage where it's leaving people without the ability to think critically because people will see a video or they'll see a picture or they'll even see a post and people will believe it and think, oh, that's outrageous. It's always done with something to sort of trigger people and to sort of gauge their reactions, their responses. And a lot of it is done to fuel hate or fuel mistrust, or even to sort of just, it's done as rage bait. And I'm getting to the point where I'm getting a bit tired of it. I mean, like I say, AI can be used for good things. Don't get me wrong. There are some benefits from utilizing AI, but overall, it just seems to be becoming a bit of a bane of our lives. Don't you think?
it's funny you mention AI because today I had a phone call and it said, "Is Joshua there?" And I said yes. And then there was like a weird pause, which I thought was odd because it didn't feel right. And then it started talking to me, and it wasn't a person.
So it was an AI bot.
It was an AI phone call that was reacting to my answers and talking to me as if it was real.
Maybe it was trying to copy you. Maybe it was trying to copy your voice.
I don't know, but it asked for my name, and then every time I answered it, it was just answering in the same tone, and there was like a few seconds, like a second gap between talking to me, and I just thought this is not right. So it was. I asked it. What did I ask it? I asked it what day it was, and then it started asking me something that was completely different, so I knew it wasn't a real person.
Oh,
So now there's like AI scam calls and things. They're not even hiring people to call you anymore. It's just robots. But it did sound really real at first.
but this is the thing, isn't it? And this is what I mean. AI is getting to a point where it can be misused by people. And the worrying thing is, I mean, not to sort of make you worry or anything, but that could have been scanning your voice. That could be that to the point where the AI could actually mimic your voice or copy your voice. And that's the worrying thing that we're getting to the point of, because, like you say, it sounded real. It sounded like it was a real person, and there will be
I,
people that will be tricked by that.
I get that some AI is useful. I get that. Like in medical
Mm,
things, like the new there's new breast screenings where there's still a person that checks it all, but they also run it through an AI. And there was a woman
mm,
that was on telly the other week that it caught breast cancer that the human person missed because it was
yeah.
so minute.
Mm,
So I can see things like that that's useful, but the fact that they're like sneaking it in now, like these fake calls and stuff, and then they don't even tell you, I don't think that should be allowed.
mm. But like I say,
Because
I mean, and like I say, I mean, like the example you provided, there are positive aspects of the use of AI. It's like the Doctor Who Blu-ray box sets, right? The amount of people I've seen moaning about the fact that they've used AI to help to upscale some of the footage from the classic stories, and it's actually, I have to say, I mean, looking at it, it's actually made the pictures a lot more crisp, and the feet, some of the features it has made a little bit smoother, but it makes me think, and the people that are moaning about that, I think actually, depending upon your viewpoint and how you're viewing it, there's the positive side of it, and yes, I can see the negative side of it, because I think there have been things that have been missed out from it. But I think AI in general is getting to the point where I think there needs to be a bit of better control over it, a better regulation of it, perhaps. Um, but
it's taking it. We're going to have like a Terminator situation one day, aren't we? To be fair, it probably did was all good anyway.
true, true.
Factory
Anyway,
reset.
what's your complaint?
Now, I don't actually know. So
Oh, this is going really well today,
I
isn't
know.
it?
No, it's because I've not been very well. I've not been round any people. So that's usually my thing that feeds my complaints. It's people. But I am going to say one complaint because this has happened like quite a lot recently. It's
Mm.
companies that give a time frame for an appointment and then they just don't follow that appointment. Because I've had several appointments for people to come to the address to do things. So I had a window that needed to be changed,
Hmm.
and the appointment was between 1 and 5 in the afternoon. I asked for the
Hmm.
afternoon because I was busy in the morning. They ring me to say, "Oh, we're on our way." Can you guess what time?
Go on.
Quarter to 10 in the morning. That that isn't even close. They didn't even say, "Oh, we're in the area. Can we come early?" They just went, "We're on our way." So what if I wasn't in? And then I had
What if you were showering and you weren't even
exactly
ready yet?
that has happened also on an occasion. I also had I also have to have a tree cut down in the garden, and they said they'd be round in the next 24 hours. Yeah, they came round yesterday, which was like 2 weeks later. Just randomly showed up at the door. They didn't even let me know. They just arrived.
To be fair, I have seen situations where you've had things arranged or booked. They've not turned up on the days, and they've turned up early when you're totally not expecting, when you're about to go out and
Like
stuff like that. And it's like, well,
yeah, most people would like them to come early because then you can go and do all your own things for the day. But I don't. I like to know when people are coming round, when they're going to leave. I like structure. I think that's
you
why
like to
I'm
be
being. That's why I'm
you like
waiting for an
you like to be
assessment for.
organised.
That's why I'm waiting for an assessment for the autism because I need things to be in order very strictly, and I just don't like. It's the same for family. They'll be like, I'll be
So,
up at 1, and then they'll show up at like 4, or they'll come at 11, and I'm like, what's the point of giving me a time? because I have prepared myself mentally to have to deal with you and anyone else at this time. And now you've caused me stress because you've showed up early, which is way worse. If you're late, I'll still be annoyed at you, but at least I'm ready. If you come early, I am going to be in such a mood with you, honestly. I don't like people who show up early. It really winds me up. It's the same for parcels when they say they're going to be here between something or something, and then they either don't show up or
See, I
they are late or early.
see. I get it if you've arranged to do something at a certain time because that's when both your availabilities sort of fits. And I get if sometimes on occasion you get someone that turns around and contacts you and says, "Look, I've finished what I'm doing a bit earlier than expected. Do you mind if I come over now, or do you want to stick to the normal time? Because then at least you've got an opportunity to say, yeah, actually that'd be all right, and then you're kind of prepared for it, or you can prepare for it.
I think I'm
But
just cursed for the time slots because I had that bloody that Virgin engineer was coming out, and I specifically chose an afternoon appointment because I was busy again. I was doing uni work and stuff, and then he just shows up like 3 hours early and doesn't even ring. They just arrive, and he's like, "Hi, I'm here from Virgin," and I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want?" I, I'm here to do this. And I was like, "Well, it's not bloody 1 o'clock yet, is it? It's like 10." Like, I don't understand. But even just if you rang me half an hour before to tell me, can I come round early? That's great. But I don't know what it is. I don't even know why they ask me for an appointment slot anymore because they just show up whenever. In fact, I've had people who were meant to come round and do things like in the bathroom and stuff, and they showed up like a day early,
that sounded a bit dodgy then.
like fitting the floor in the bathroom.
Yeah, they had an appointment to come around and have a shit in my bathroom.
That's disgusting. No, but I had someone had to come round and fix the shower, and then someone had to come round and fix the flooring. And one
Hmm.
of them showed up like 2 days before the appointment, and I was like, I'm drying because this was like when it was cold and raining, and I was like, I'm drying washing in there and everything, like it's full of washing on a rack and stuff. Why have you not told me you're coming round? And it's 2 days before the appointment. Honestly, it infuriates me. Every time I get an appointment now, I get anxiety because I know they're going to show up early.
Or they're just not going to show up at all, and you've been waiting
But
in.
yeah, but that one that showed up 2 days early, I didn't even know what to say. I was just stunned. I was like, yeah, whatever. Just yeah, there's washing in there, but you can deal with it because I'm not moving it. You're early. So yeah, I'm sick of companies and people that don't stick to time slots. If I say to you I'm going to arrive between 1 and 3, I will probably send you 10 texts before I get there to let you know a time scale of how far I am from you.
Mm,
I will let you know where I am, what I'm doing. And
yeah.
I don't see the point of asking me to book an appointment if you're not going to stick to the appointment. I've even had hospital appointments where they've rang me up saying, "Oh, the doctor can't see you at this time now. Can you come in now?" And I'm like, "What? I'll just teleport, shall I?" So my complaint is appointments. I'm sick of them. They're never on time, especially doctors. If I was late for an appointment, they wouldn't see me. If I'm early, I'm waiting about an hour after my appointment's meant to start. So I hate appointments. I hate time slots. I'm just living in this endless, stressful loop of nothing ever goes to plan.
And this is the moment that our listeners have been waiting 4 weeks for, to hear you
Yeah.
having a nice little moan again, and
Yes.
you haven't let them down.
To be fair, I completely lost my ability to speak for like nearly 2 weeks, so it was tough.
Plus, I was getting out of breath quite easily because I had sinusitis and a
Well,
chest infection.
what you do in your own time is your business.
There's nothing to do with that, Joshua, and you know that. Anyway, shall we move on?
Sure.
And that is all we've got time for. Josh, stop mimicking me. I could see you
That was
standing there,
very. I did that
your
really good
lips,
then, didn't I?
you're lip syncing me.
Did
That
I do
is
that
all we've
really
got.
good or what?
You did, but you were a little bit out of sync with me. But never mind.
There's a delay.
These these things happen. But that said, That is all we took. Put my teeth back in. That is all we've got time for this week. I'll tell you,
You're a mess.
this is laden full of mistakes today, isn't it? And I think this is the most mistakes we've had in an episode. This
Even that sentence.
Oh dear. But yes, we hope that you enjoyed the show. We hope that you've been able to relate to some of it. And I do apologise for some of the mess ups. I blame Josh. It's he's distracting me for a lot of these things. Don't give me that look. Anyway, so we will be back again in a couple of weeks. Until then, stay safe and be happy.